Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Big Ben Little Stitches. It is the first one of the year, and I'm really excited to keep this up and doing this and showing you guys my work. Everyone's been very supportive. Thank you guys very much for that. And I'm looking forward to continuing these and getting one out each month this year. That way, um, keep the support rolling in. So, with that, let's start with my first project that I've been working on. Is a little Christmas ornament. It hasn't taken me too long, but I got a little bit more to do, and then the outline, of course, is that guy there. He he's been fun. I'm hoping to get a couple, 4 or 5 more ornaments done this year, in between all my big projects and a couple little projects that I um, will probably work on. I do like having some smaller projects as well as the bigger ones. Um, but I have a couple, like the lighthouse is a bigger one that I'm still working on. Haven't done much with that, so I don't have anything to really show you on that one that's progressed. Um, the big one that I am going to work on is my America one. Um, as you can see, I got done. Georgia got it all outlined. Um, it's a little bit fun because the G in Georgia goes down to the border on this one. I think it's probably the only one. I thought that was a cool thing. Not many of them are going to do that. Maybe Wyoming with the Y or something like that might. I don't know. I have to look into it. Um, but I thought that was a really cool thing. Um, I did not get a chance to do a video in December, and I really didn't get a whole lot of stitching done. So I don't have a whole lot to talk to you about more stitching wise, but figure go ahead and tell you guys my um, my goals for the year, I guess, time being. And I'll show you a nice early Christmas present that I received from someone, a friend of ours. But I figure this year I'd like to try to get done my lighthouses, get that taken care of. I think that's going to be a really fun project. Just sit down and work on a couple of days and get a good bit done. I'm going to try to aim to get done 15 more states. Um, I have this whole area here is, of course, more states. I got 40 more to go, but ideally, I'd like to get at least 9 done here, and then the other couple on the other side. I mean, I'd love to say 18, but realistically, I don't know if that's going to happen. I think 15, that's a little over one a month. I think I should be able to do that if I keep working on it. Um, like I said, the ornament wise, I would hope to get um, the wife and I are both going to be doing different ones, and I hope to be able to get that, do like 4 or 5 more of these, because we want to do a little tree next Christmas with just a bunch of ornaments and stuff like that that we've done. So I think that would be fun to do. Try to get a bunch of them put on a little tree, and of course, I'll show everybody what that looks like. I definitely want to be more active on my Instagram. I feel like I haven't posted a whole lot since starting the channel as much because I want to save it for the channel. But um, I am on Instagram at Big Ben Little Stitches. Um, I do want to post more things as I get done them. Of course, I'll still share them with the group as I do things every month. But um, I think the my Instagram has been lacking a little bit, and I want to get back into doing that a little bit more because I was posting every time I stitched like something, and I may do that. I may not do that. It's I don't know if I'll do it every time I stitch, but like when I get done a good section or something like that, maybe I'll do it then. Gotta figure that out. Excuse me, I got a little cough. This is my new stitching mug. I'm going to use it. It's going to be wonderful. Um, I got water right now. I can't. If I drink that much coffee, I'd be bouncing off the walls. Plus, it'd be cold by the time I got to the bottom. But it's perfect for water. Keeps me. If I drink that much water in a day, it'd be wonderful. Um, so a couple things I am going to be doing on Facebook. There's a group for some of you might know. It's a cross stitch finish line. It is a wonderful group. They have a bunch of events going on, and this weekend is a Stitchathon. So I will be doing that, trying to get that um, in there so I can get my name entered in that. But you just got to stitch 500 stitches in a weekend. That's not too bad. It starts Friday and Sunday night. Should be able to handle that. That shouldn't be a problem. Um, but there's a bunch of different events like they have a back stitching thing one day, and I'll probably wait to do the ornament then and back stitch it and get it all done in one day, hopefully. Um, but I do want to do. They have a bunch of order. They have literally an event every day, and it is. I'm looking forward to doing as many of them as I can. I just did one that I'd put down for a why. Like last Christmas, I started it. And you can actually check that out on my Instagram. I have a um, before and after pic. I think it's a before and after pic on there. Um, but it was a lot. At least I have a before pic. I'll make sure I put an after pic on there at least today, so that people can see what I did. But let me get into the best, not the best Christmas present I got this year, but a wonderful early Christmas present that I got this year. Was from um, a friend of my mother-in-law's and mine, and my wife's, who she just redid her um, craft room, and she had everything on bobbins, and she didn't like it, and wanted to switch to a different method, which I kind of like her new method as well. I think it looks nice. I don't really have an area to hang all my stuff. I just keep it in a little box and stuff usually. But this is a giant popcorn tin. It's actually one that my wife had bought us for Christmas for a Christmas party we had. Um, but inside of it, there is dozens, and there's probably easily a couple hundred packs of different color yarn that not yarn, thread that she had. A lot of it is on bobbin, some of it isn't. Some of it's just little ends that she didn't want anymore. Um, but I mean, I got a whole bag full. Um, and then I got, these are all the bobbined ones. I got a whole container full of them. This is like hitting a gold mine, the way I look at it, because as much as I'm going to be stitching this year, it is nice that I can, um, if I need something, I probably will be able to find it in this tin. Because this is, I mean, I'm still picking it up. It's piles upon piles of it, which is very, um, really want to thank her for that, because that's a huge, huge amount of threads that I don't personally have to buy, and my wife doesn't have to yell at me for spending more money on stuff when I have plenty of threads at home. Even though I tried to the other day, I went to the Hobby Lobby because I had to pick up something for my wife, and I was looking around, and I was like, oh, there's threads. Maybe I'll pick one or two up. And I was like, no, I have a whole tin at home. I don't really need more thread. But I still wanted to, and I still always pick some up. But luckily for me, my mother-in-law was there to stop me from buying anything, and even reminded me as well of the thread that we had. So thank her for me not being able to buy more thread, which is probably a good thing because then my wife doesn't yell at me. But um, yeah, so that was Tonya. Her name's Tonya. She actually has a wonderful Etsy shop. It's called Tonya's Sewing Room. I would definitely take a look at it. They have wonderful. I got a lot of my needle minders there. She has a lot of wonderful stuff there. So I would definitely take a look at that. Thank you again, Tonya. Hope everything's going good. You've been in our prayers lately. I know you've had some issues at home with things, but we're thinking about you all the time. So um, that's all I really got for today. I think we're going to go ahead and close this out and um, just keep fishing, everybody. And hope everyone has a wonderful month. And I'll check in with you next month. Have a good one.